What time is now? It's back to the rhymes. It's like, wow, he's back to the rhymes. I'm in the booth straight dropping dimes. Clark Kent Daily Plant, the Metropolis Times. I write these raps while I'm under the gun. I see you back to get you some. A little bit of this and a little bit of that. Pure, raw, uncut rap. Back to the rhymes. Now's the time. Time to unwind because back to the rhymes. Back to the rhymes. Now's the time. Time to unwind because it's back to the rhymes. Okay, since we're back to the rhymes, let's do that. Okay, well, let's start with our menu of items. Number one, School Us album sales. Man, I'm trying to remember what was happening when. Who was I talking to when? When was my sale? I had a sale when? When was that? That would be this. But when was it? I don't remember. Did I have a sale recently? Sam, my man Sam, he bought one. Thank you, my man. He said he was gonna let me know how he liked it, but I hadn't heard. So anyway, at least I remembered that. What happens if it's real early in the week? It's hard to remember by the end of the week. I wonder if you understand. I think you might. All right. So that's what's up with that. Okay. Number two. I don't like sunsets much if I could walk away. I did actually have an idea for a country song. I might as well talk about it because this thing hasn't been going too fast. So my idea for a country song is how about I write a song, and I think it would be something along the lines of y'all make me want to go down south, or y'all make me want to y'all. Oh, it's got to be a song, not a rap, right? Yeah, how funny. Y'all make me maybe something like y'all make southern living seem so easy, something like that. I gotta figure out, but the theme would be I'm not from the country, I'm not from the south. However, it's I'm so drawn to it based on the songs. It sounds like such a good experience, something I would want to be a part of, or that kind of thing. I think I talked about it last week. That Tennessee Orange song, very good, very good, and that's a unique aspect of country. You won't really find that in other places, but that song is very well done as far as. Okay, so what oh, she's not talking about that. She was being ironic in the song. So good song. Um, in the video, these videos bug me. The video they don't show who this man that she's with, this great guy with the blue eyes or whatever it is, and he's got blue eyes and he doesn't make her cry. Who is he? He's just holding the camera? Terrible. You know? So whatever. That was her choice. Okay, so but yeah, that was my idea for a song. I think I would probably go after that for a song. Uh, just so you know, Tom. Still working on connecting with somebody that will play a guitar, strum a couple chords for me. I haven't found that person yet, but when I do, I want to present that idea to them, and we could work on that. That would be my idea. Because why not? Not aware of a song like that. It would be very authentic because I'm not from there, but I'd be wanting to check it out. All right. Okay, YouTube channel. This short I did, I guess was that the first one? It got 772 views or something. It was quite amazing. But I just sit here, I'm just more skeptical now. I'm like, they're just trying to get me all hyped up, and then they'll, whatever. Because I talked to Joseph, he says, yeah, they'll do that in the beginning. They'll give you a boost or something, and he knows how to get boosts. He's talking about, yeah, man, when I record something, I got 3 computers, I have 5 phones, and they're all doing something. I mean, shoot, 5 phones and 3 computers? Really? That's amazing. Okay. So that was interesting. I'm not thinking about that. As a matter of fact, I don't like how YouTube records me watching my own video, really, because I don't want it to count. I just want to see it, but I don't want it to count towards the views because to me, it's like it's corrupting my actual data, whatever. Because I don't think Instagram does count that my own watch, and for sure SoundCloud doesn't. I probably talked about that before, but anyway, it is what it is. Um, so Instagram's, yeah, that's leveled up, but I think the one I did today, I did a better job. For one, I did the YouTube short first, and I came around and did the Instagram. By the time I did the Instagram, I had memorized. Now I could have come on strong, did a little stronger rap. I think that would be my focus next time. So I did have it memorized, so that was good. But yeah, I did the YouTube short, watched it a few times, and then by then I had it memorized, so that was good. Now my daughter says, "Daddy, you gotta." I was typing in, putting in the title, the rhyme, and she says, "I don't want you to put." I'm watching some random guy. Anyways, so I mean, I don't know what it's about. So I watch for a couple of seconds. I want to skip it because I don't know what it's about. The title doesn't tell me what it is. It's confusing. You should be confused. She said, "All right." So maybe I should be doing that. But Instagram all along, I've been doing it that way. It is the rhyme of the week, and why not have it in print? But I'm gonna talk to her again about it, and then we'll come up with something. It's just hard on YouTube Shorts because you have fewer characters. So this time I barely got it all to fit, and I put all the words together with no spaces, and I got it to fit for the YouTube Short this week. All right, and then I've started to promote tapping into our spiritual roots. We got 12 views right now on Who is Will. That's the first video. So I'll kind of probably pay most attention to that. I mean, just like my other playlist, maybe you can look at first and the last. And, we got 6 videos on this one. So with the YouTube short, I guess my views per week would typically be around. Yeah, they leveled off. They went down, after the little hiatus for a week, the forced hiatus. But hour to hour, well, less than 2 hours, close to 2 hours occupied. So it got up to like closer to 3 hours with this short. So that's good. That's definitely good. Obviously, the gay subscribers got a comment, but it wasn't. I don't know what the guy was talking about, but whatever. Anyway, so we got rules of engagement. Nothing to say about that, except, yeah, when I'm in Portland, I want to go to CD Baby. That has to do with this royalty. Where's my money? If I send them a chat, if I try to chat with these folks, they don't respond. So I'd rather go there to Portland and talk to somebody. And maybe do a chat from the lobby. I don't know. But that's partly why I'm with them, is they're in Portland. So anyway, they'll be ballers. Not too much to say. My job changed, so I'm going to be carrying mail. I think I got the footwear figured out. The performance needs to probably improve. I hope they could not give me too much heartache. But then, like tomorrow, Bellevue Ballers got to be in Tumwater, which is by Olympia, by 8. That could be a problem. So that's kind of why I started changing jobs in the first place, because we got to feed the baby. You got to feed the baby. The baby's, the baby's really the bills. But as I was explaining to my dentist today, it's the 4 S's: survival, stability, success, significance. Boom, 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 boom. And I've been kind of going in between survival, somewhat to stability, survival. Such a good chart, How how do you get a business going when you're in that mode to get to success and ultimately significance because you're helping others get success and then maybe helping them develop significance. That's the pattern. That's the goal. But my prayer at the beginning of the year was not to change my schedule for a year, and I went 18 days. Now let's see how I'm doing. Where are we from April 22nd? We'll see, because there's some real question marks here, but we'll see. Music, back to the Ron. So my man Aleron's gonna be probably coming around here in a week, but now my schedule's changed. I didn't work today, but I think I will be working many Sundays. But if I have a weekday off, his schedule's been flexible. So we'll see. We'll see. All right. Next is merch. Right here, we got merch. I gotta get with my daughter and ask her how to promote this stuff on YouTube. I don't know if she knows. Maybe Joseph. Joseph says he's too busy to have a strategy session. Come on, man. Too busy. Well, I know we're working all the time, but what's the real reason? All right. So Trump's gonna dump, and so yeah, my rhymes I'm doing now are related to that. This UFC fighter had a good chant going. The "Let's Go Brandon" chant going during UFC. I mean, that's pretty amazing, you know. And President Trump's in the audience. It's really cool, man. Because to me, you know, all these guys want to say how he acts like it's. I mean, you watch him; his demeanor there. It's obviously very modest, and he's wearing a suit. He's used to. I mean, that's the thing. If Trump goes to a UFC fight, and you know Dana White supports him, and I makes me want to check out UFC a little. I haven't really checked out UFC too much. I don't like. I used to wrestle, and the idea of beating someone down while they're on the ground, you know, just beating that. I mean, obviously you got to tap out or something, right? But it's hard for me to watch, but I have to. Something's going on that people like it, you know. But what's cool was, um, that's his. That's very natural. It's a very natural environment for him to be in. He's been in He owns casinos, promotes boxing, you know, around boxing, casinos. It's his world, you know. Whereas if some other, stuff shirt shows up for that, it's not going to work. So it's a very good deal. I just like that, you know. I just really, it seemed very cool, you know. And you will be glorified. I don't have. Anything to say about that? We don't have anything now on that. Yeah, nothing to report on that. So I've been wanting to get to this Monday night worship night. I'm never able to make it. Now my schedule's going to make it even harder. They're having a youth something at our church. I'll be out of town for that. W Ballers related. John Maxwell in the house. So that slows it down, but we'll see. All right, so for current events, I'm really, and I've been trying to. This is what I'm trying to see. So we got Robert F. Kennedy Jr., who my dad used to say. People would say they thought he resembled Robert Kennedy somewhat, right? Reminded him. How about that? Reminded of him. So Robert Kennedy Jr. is running for president as a Democrat. And I've watched him talk. I'm still trying to figure out how he's a Democrat. I've heard him. I listened to him at length. Not, I don't know how Democrats feel. Now, again, they say this is your grandfather's Democrat Party. Well, maybe he's ever changed. If you look at his uncles and probably his dad's way of, their policies and their positions, probably he's in line with that. But the rest of the family appears to be against what he's talking about, which would mean they're all against what Camelot and all this stuff people celebrate all the time is all about. Which again, this makes for very interesting politics. So what do we have? And then you have could you? Okay, it's pretty much the case. It'd be very hard, and my man from work, John, was showing me how fellow on the route he used to deliver on had the Let's Go Brandon yard sign in his yard, and he's got a video camera of some joker with a man bun. You heard me right, a man bun. Let's put some cinnamon on it and some raisins, and let's just make it a full bun. And we'll run it through the oven, 500 degrees. You know. Anyway, for some reason the guy walks around with a razor blade. How does that work? The guy was it premeditated, or he just always has a razor blade and he cut the sign in half? What is up with that? So he doesn't want he doesn't want people having a sign that says "Let's Go Brandon." Well, why don't you want that sign, sir, Mr. Man Bun? So anyway, but okay, you don't want the "Let's Go Brandon" sign. You probably don't want the Trump sign. We know that. How about the Robert Kennedy Jr. sign? Can we have the Robert F. Kennedy Jr. Sign? A Democrat for president in our yard? So that's what I thought would be interesting. Who's going to do it? Who wants to have in Seattle or wherever? Let's just see where. Oh, you won't accept these signs? Will you accept this sign? So anyway, and I got to follow this stuff because to me, this might just be the beginning. It's going to be interesting. And I was talking to someone. She said, "Oh, it's early." No, it's not too early. It's fun. This is interesting. Most of it's so predictable. No, this is like, okay, we got something now. What's going to happen here? Because it's hard to say. So anyway, yeah, he's on with Tucker Carlson's like, how are you a Democrat? Democrat name only, but again, if you never changed parties the whole time and the party changed, I guess you'd be a Democrat, right? I mean, he's talking. You go through the list of a few things he talked about clearly. He explains his background, how he got into vaccine research, and all the harmful things in these vaccines. But he also describes. What did he say? Oh, he said by supporting Ukraine so heavily, getting so entrenched in that, we've pushed Russia closer to China, and that's not the goal. Sounds about right. Hard to argue that one. So again, and it's like, what do you say? Regime change. Like, what did they say about Bush? No regime change and all this stuff. They didn't want him to change regimes. Is Brandon want Putin gone, and that's the end game? You want to change regimes over there? They've all done this stuff. Hillary did that with Gaddafi or whatever. So it's interesting they say Hillary, not Obama. I don't know, but it seems like Hillary did it, right? She the president? I don't know. But anyhow, so, and by the way, my rhyme of the week, I think, there's plenty. Back in the day, I was like, are there other conservative rappers? Well, apparently there's a number of them, of us. I would include myself in that. How about a rapper who breaks down political strategy? Probably not going to find a lot of those. So if I might have a niche, it could be partly that, because I definitely like political strategy. All right, so I'm going to get back to the rhymes. Let's see, and I might get through. If I want to just do 2 verses, I could get through this one. Because I really don't, I'm just saying it, The only reason I end up making a song like this is I make the mistake of listening to a Trump hater on the radio, and I get frustrated. And the radio's just dead, there's a few. I don't know. I got to check and see if the great one's on still. I don't know. But geez, there's a lot of lightweights out there. So many lightweights. There's always have been, but with Trump, it got even more pronounced. Not just lightweights, but just haters, It's like, man. All right, so here, I'll just do the rhyme. Holier than thou are we now. Don't have a cow 'cause you yanked the cat's meow. Frustration for a situation beyond your control. Did what you had to roll the polls. We're dealing with career Pauls. Never lived outside their bubble. Once it got burst, they cursed. Unrehearsed with rage. First with disbelief, good grief. He was counting the days, still dazed. That he ain't went away, amazed at the crazed. Listen to him and at you all. Don't you know that pride comes before the fall? Whether it be here or the hereafter. Christ said that he's humble. Could you say this? Could the same be said for you? Don't you know we so holy, cling to our every word? You listening to Trump? That's absurd. Don't you know we so holy, cling to our every word? You listening to Trump? That's absurd. Don't you know we so holy, cling to our every word? You listening to Trump? That's absurd. Don't you know we so holy, cling to our every word? You listening to Trump? That's absurd. You'll look to us when times is tough, won't you now? You'll look. Actually, no. We know where to go, really, though. They're gonna hate you anyway. Why not go all in? The sin is riding the fence. The voters got you riding the pine. Your time's coming left, but you still trying to shine. You got a platform that we're trying to reform. Your stature could be reborn. All right. Yes, I was an hour for minute 45. I was a little bad at communicating the end there. I apologize. Let's see. What was I saying? You got a platform that were you to reform. The stature could be reborn. Okay. Oh, so I was encouraging them to do an about face, I guess. See, I don't even remember saying this. Good thing I wrote it down because I wouldn't have remembered I said it. All right. You look to us when times is tough, won't you now? Actually, no. We know where to go, really, though. They're going to hate you anyway. Now, why not go all in? The sin is riding the fence. The voters got you riding the pine. Your time's coming left, but you're still trying to shine. You got a platform that were you to reform, your statue could be reborn. Uh, if it were ever there to begin with. I don't want to have to say that. I mean, this is kind of a positive note. Like, they're not going to listen to me anyway, right? They're the know it alls. The know it all won't listen to me, right? So, why am I even saying it? Wasting my breath. I guess it's just kind of sharing a perspective that you hope they'd consider, right? But I mean, everyone's free to have an opinion, and it makes life more interesting. You're not going to just all say the same thing. That were you to reform your stature could be reborn. So will you be in pursuit of a reboot? Absolutely not. Didn't get to where I got. without being the sharpest tool. So now I'm going to listen to you. So no, I'm not trying to hear this fool. And let's just go on to the hook. Let's time it out and see we're good. Holier than thou are we now. Don't have a cow because you ain't the cat's meow. Frustration for a situation beyond your control. Did what you had to roll the polls. We're dealing with career Pauls. Never lived outside their bubble. Once it got burst, they cursed. Unrehearsed with rage. First with disbelief, good grief. You was counting the days, still days. That he ain't went away, amazed that the crazed listened to him, and not y'all. Don't you know that pride comes before the fall, whether it be here or the hereafter? Christ said he's humble. Could the same be said for you? Don't you know we so holy cling to our every word? You listen to Trump? That's absurd. Don't you know we so holy cling to our every word? You listen to Trump? That's absurd. Don't you know we so holy cling to our every word? You listening to Trump? That's absurd. Don't you know we so holy cling to our every word? You're listening to Trump? That's absurd. You'll look to us when times is tough, won't you now? Actually, no. We know where to go, really, though. They're going to hate you anyway. Why not go all in? This is riding the fence. The voters got you riding the pine. Your time's coming left, but you still trying to shine. You got a platform that were you to reform, your stature could be reborn. So will you be in pursuit of a reboot? Absolutely not. Didn't get to where I got without being the sharpest tools. So no, not trying to hear this fool. But you know, we so holy cling to our every word. You listen to Trump? That's absurd. Don't you know we so holy cling to our every word? You listen to Trump? That's absurd. Don't you know we so holy cling to our every word? You listen to Trump? That's absurd. Don't you know we so holy cling to our every word? You listen to Trump? That's absurd. Now, I think my only thing I'm thinking about as I'm reciting this rhyme is, do I put a hook in the front? Now, I'm hesitant to put, like, or repeat it 4 times like that, so no, I probably won't, because it does get a little tiring. I admit it. And I feel that as I'm doing it. But I'm going to go with that. It's a little tiring, but if I do it a couple times, you probably handle it. At least maybe I can. All right. So that's that. Now, I had an idea for the song. So I've had other ideas, but one just came to me prior to the show. And it was what? What was my idea? The idea was, if I can think of it, I'll do it. I think it's something along the lines of, if I got to be the only one, so be it. Something like that. So I'll just call it If I Got to Be the Only One. And that's speaking to being different. And then I'll just say, I'm going to write it out. One. So be it. And that's it. Let's go back to the rhymes. Till next time. We'll see ya.